Hi, welcome to Yoga Rest at Home. Go ahead and bring it down to your mat. We're going to connect with our breathing real quick. So we're going to go into child's pose, knees out wide, hips sit back onto the heels, hands come out front. Stretching into the shoulder blades. Go ahead and give me a nice deep breath in. And exhale everything out of the body. Get rid of anything you don't need. Set an intention for today's practice. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. So a nice forced warm exhale here. So it should be audible, a nice oceanic sound. Feeling the ribs and diaphragm expand and contract in all directions. One more inhale and exhale here. Go ahead and inhale. Start walking your hands over towards the left. And exhale, really sit into that stretch. We're going to stretch into and open through the right side of the body. So still working on that breathing. One more breath cycle. On your next inhale, start to walk your hands over to the left now, slowly, easily. And exhale, really sit into it, opening through the left side of the body. 3 full cycles here. All right, on your next inhale, go ahead and start to bring it into a tabletop position. Hands under the shoulders, knees directly under the hips. We're going to go into a quick cat-cow flow, our Vidalasana. Go ahead and inhale, drop the belly, look towards the ceiling. This is our cat. And exhale and round. Inhale, look towards the ceiling, drop the belly, shoulder blades in, and exhale, round through the back. One more. And exhale. Inhale, come to a neutral spine. We're going to do a few neck rolls, so staying here, or you can bring it up to a hero pose, whatever works for you. But we're going to go ahead and release some tension in the neck, so go ahead and roll the neck around counterclockwise. Nice and slow, stretching in all directions. 3 times around, our last one here. And bring it back other way. So explore that range of motion. See what feels good on your neck. Last one. You can shake it out side to side, yes and no. Drop the chin for a second. We're going to work on a few wrist circles. So I'll show you from the side, but hands still under the shoulders, toes pushing into the ground, fingertips facing away from the body. We're going to move our shoulders in a circle around our wrist. So clockwise here. We're going to go around nice and slow 3 times. Last one. Feeling a little bit of release and stretch into those wrists. Go ahead and reverse direction. Go as far as you need. Last one. Okay, now one at a time, you're going to rotate so your fingertips now face in towards the knees. So the bottom of your hands face away. So we're just going to very gently lean back, really stretching into those wrists, Listening to your body, making sure this does not hurt, that it is just a stretch. If you feel any pain, please release. You can sit it back. You can go side to side. Opening through those wrists. This is great if you're on a computer all day. Just do what feels good. Get the stretch you need here. And go ahead and release. Next, we're going to go into a tricep stretch. So we're going to bring our knees out wide. We're going to sit like we're going into a child's pose, except our elbows are going to come down onto the mat. Hands come up, and you're going to sit onto your heels. So feeling that nice stretch through the back of the upper arms. Breathing into that stretch deeper and deeper with each exhale. So your hands can be up, they can come behind your head, whatever feels good. Feel the opening through the side of the body as well. Maybe one more breath here. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring your hands down to the floor, keeping the elbows and the forearms on the floor. You're going to tuck the toes and you're going to lift into a dolphin. So this is very similar to a downward facing dog. So you're pushing those heels down towards the mat, slight bend in your knees, tailbone lifts towards the ceiling. Only difference is you're on your forearms instead of your hands. So we're still stretching into those triceps a bit more, as well as opening through the back of the legs. Gaze is up towards our belly. Push those shoulders away from the ears. One more breath here. And exhale, drop the knees, bring the hands under the shoulders. We're going to tuck the toes and we're going to come into a downward dog. So, fingers out wide, pressing into the mat. You can walk the dog, so bend one knee, push the opposite heel towards the mat, and switch. Inhale as you switch, exhale as you push down into that heel. Last one. All right, we're gonna go ahead and walk those feet towards the front of our mat into a forward fold. So toes together, heels slightly apart. Relax through the upper body, relax through the neck. Shake it out if you need. And we're gonna do a few sun salutations to get warmed up. So go ahead and inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands come up, extended mountain, look towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands down to the floor, step it out to your plank. Exhale. You can drop to your knees or stay on your toes, but you're going to go ahead and bring it into a Chaturanga Dandasana. So bend those elbows in and inhale into your baby cobra. So thighs on the floor, tops of the feet press into the mat, squeeze into the glutes, squeeze into the back, shoulders away from the ears. So this is our baby cobra, our Bhujangasana. So on your next exhale, you're going to tuck the toes, hike the hips, sit it back into downward facing dog. Take 3 nice deep breaths here. Last one. On your next inhale, you're going to lift your left leg. Exhale, bend that knee, open through that hip. Let that foot fall behind you. Still keeping those shoulders and hands square to the front of your mat or your point of reference. Keep pushing that right heel down and into the mat. Feeling energy shooting out of your fingers on your mat. All right, on your next inhale, go ahead and straighten that leg, square the hips. Slide that foot on through to the front of the mat, stepping between your hands. Step your right leg into me, and we're back in our forward fold, our Uttanasana. Breathe here. We're gonna go through that again, doing our downward dog with a bent knee, opposite side. Go ahead and get ready. On your next inhale, bring it to a half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step it out to your plank. Exhale here. And inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows. Chaturanga Dandasana. And inhale into your upward dog. Exhale into your downward dog. Give me 3 deep breaths here. One more breath. On your next inhale, go ahead and lift the right leg this time. Exhale, bend the knee, open through the hips. Pushing into that right shoulder, making sure it's not lifting. On your next inhale, straighten the leg, square the hips. Exhale, step it through into your forward fold. Make sure your weight is evenly distributed on your feet. Not leaning to one side, you're not leaning forward or back. Our hips are over our feet. Okay, we're going to go ahead and inhale into extended mountain, looking up. Exhale, drop your right arm to your hip, leaning your left arm over, feeling that opening sensation through the left side of the body. One more breath. Inhale, bring yourself upright. Exhale, other side. Lean into it, opening through the right side of the body. Make sure your chest is nice and open and lifted, that you're still able to connect with that Ujjayi breath. And last one. Inhale, bring the arms back up. We're going to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step it out to your plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale as we chaturanga. Inhale as you come into your upward dog. And exhale, tuck the toes, down dog. One more breath here. We're going to inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, walk those feet forward into your forward fold. We're going to do one more sun salutation variation. And then we're going to switch it up a little bit. All right, so go ahead and inhale, extended mountain, looking up. Exhale, hands come to prayer at heart center. Sit it down into a chair squat. So make sure your weight is in your heels, your core is embraced, and that you are stable. Give me an inhale here. Start to twist towards the right, bringing the left elbow to your right thigh. Exhale, really twist into it, opening through the chest, pushing those hands together. And we're gonna inhale, untwist, sitting back into your regular chair squat. On your next inhale, bring it to your other side. Exhale, really sit into it. Try and sit a little bit deeper. Press a little bit harder to open that chest. Make sure you're still connecting with your breathing. Go ahead and inhale, untwist. Bring yourself to mountain. Palms come forward. Take a second to check in with yourself. Come back to the mat. Check in on your breathing. See how you're feeling. All right, next part. Go ahead and bring your feet out a little bit wider than your mat. You're gonna fold forward. So we're in a wide-legged straddle stretch. Slight bend in the knees. Your hands can be on your thighs, shins, calves, floor, wherever it's helpful. Wherever you can reach, that's accessible. Wherever it feels good as well. Remember, with each exhale, you sink a little bit lower into your stretch. Release through the neck. Shake it out if you want. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Start to walk those feet back in towards your mat. We're going to roll it up. Start to shift your weight onto your left leg. We're going to go into tree pose. So you've got a few different options. Your right ankle can be on, or I'm sorry, your right heel on your left ankle. You can bring it up to your calf or all the way up to your thigh. Regardless, your knee is pointing out. Your left knee is slightly bent. And hold it here. It's okay if we wobble. All right, we're gonna go into eagle pose next. So go ahead and inhale, bring the arms up. Go ahead and release that right leg. We're gonna wrap it around the left. We're gonna sit into that left leg. So those hips are still square, those shoulders are square. We're gonna bring our right arm under the left as we twist through. So our right fingertips are touching the left palm. Push those elbows away from the body and open through the back of the shoulders. One more breath here. Go ahead and inhale, start to untwist. We're gonna go straight into warrior three. So we're gonna start to hinge forward, keeping that right leg back. So that foot is flexed. Hands can be various different places. They can be at heart center. Your hands can be out front like you're doing a Superman pose, or the hardest would be back behind you against the body. Slight arch in the upper back. Opening through the chest. Slight bend in that left leg. We're going to start to bend that left leg, bringing that right foot down to the floor into our warrior one. So front knee over the ankle. Sit into it. On your next exhale, you're going to squeeze those elbows outward, squeezing into the shoulder blades, feeling that opening sensation in the right side of the hip. I'm gonna inhale, bring the arms back up. Exhale, sit into warrior two. So those back toes point at a 90-degree angle. Gaze is out towards your left fingers. And we're gonna bring it back up to standing, so hands on the thighs. Step it forward. We're gonna do that again, other side. So we're gonna start with our legs spread wide again. Go ahead and fold forward. Remember, exhale as you sit deeper and deeper into that stretch on each exhale. On your next inhale, start to bring those feet in, rolling yourself upright. We're gonna sit in Tadasana, or mountain pose. Checking back in with ourselves. Anything that happened on our left side, forget about it. We're moving on to the right side now. Check in with your breathing. Give me one more deep breath in and out here. All right, we're gonna move on to our tree pose, our Vrksasana. So bring that foot, that left foot, wherever you are comfortable. Hands can come to heart center. You can come out to branches, up overhead. You've got options here. We're gonna move into eagle. So inhale, hands come up. We're gonna start to wrap that left leg around. As we exhale, we're gonna sit into the right leg. Left arm this time comes under, those left fingertips to the right palm. Pushing the elbows away. Hips and shoulders are square. So we're not rotating one way or the other. We have a nice solid base. One more breath here. We're gonna inhale, start to untwist, and exhale, we're gonna go into our warrior three. So that left foot is flexed behind us, hands at our various different positions, wherever it's comfortable for you. Slight bend in that standing leg. Find a focal point, find your drishti. Gonna inhale, start to bend that right leg, stepping the left leg back, sitting into our warrior one. So pushing that left hip forward, core is in tight, make sure we're not arching through the back, our belly is engaged, keeping that stretch in that left hip. On our next exhale, bring the elbows out, squeeze into those shoulder blades. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, sit into our warrior two. So notice those back toes point away from the body at a 90-degree angle. Make sure your shoulders are over the hips. You're not leaning forward. You're not arching your back. Core is engaged. Nice, strong base. We're going to start to push off that back foot, hands on the thighs, bringing it up to standing mountain pose or Tadasana. Check in with yourself, catch a breath. And we're going to bring it down into a seated pose. We're going to go into our butterfly, open through our hips, our Baddha Konasana. So bottom of the feet, face into each other, knees fall outside. If you need less, you can bring your feet farther away from your hips, or more, you can bring them in. Open the feet like a book, like you're opening a book, so bringing the arches of the feet slightly away from each other. And if you'd like to take this a little bit further into a release into your back, you can inhale, bring the arms up, exhale into cobbler. So bringing the head down towards the feet, those hands are out front, releasing through the back as well. Pushing the hips back, pushing the chest forward. Try to lift the chest a little bit. Go ahead and inhale and lift the torso. We're going to go into a half lotus. So left foot is going to be bent and relaxed. Our right foot is going to come on top of the left thigh. Your foot's going to be flexed. The closer your foot to your hip, the more you're going to feel the stretch in your right glute. The farther closer to your knee, the less you're going to feel that stretch. So adjust as needed. Make sure your sits bones are connected to the floor. Flex your right foot. And if you need some more, you can inhale up and exhale. Fold your torso forward slightly, making sure those sits bones stay on the floor. And your next inhale, start to bring yourself up. We're going to switch our legs out. So this time our left foot's going to be on top, stretching into that left glute. Adjust our sits bones. Option to stay here, or inhale the arms up and fold forward. Still making sure those sits bones are connected through the floor. And inhale, start to walk yourself upright. Go ahead and release those feet. We're going to go into a nice seated, easy position for a quick Savasana today. So hands on the knees, palms face away. Sit up straight and drop the chin. Close your eyes. Quiet your thoughts. Give some appreciation to your body for making it through your practice today, for making it through practices every day. Remember to be kind to yourself as well as others. And shoulders away from the ears. Release through the back of the neck. Unclench your jaw. Let those thoughts come and pass. It's an amazing gift to be able to spare 30 minutes to just focus on yourself, block everything else out. And start to roll your neck out, so bringing one ear to that same shoulder, dropping the chin, rolling it forward to the other side. And forward, other side. One more each side. Namaste. I hope you all enjoyed this. Try to switch it up a little bit. I hope you have a great evening. Try and get some more meditation in. That's the hardest part of yoga. See you guys later.